To find the next generation of footballing talent, top clubs deploy scouting networks that blanket the globe, aiming to identify prospects earlier than ever before. That search led them to Joseph Jr. Andreu Gabriel. Born in London in October 2010, Gabriel inherited the sport directly from his father, Joe O'Carroll, who played professionally for the Republic of Ireland. The attention arrived remarkably early. At just 9 years old, a compilation of his skills went viral online, earning him the famous nickname Kid Messi. By 14, that early promise secured him a long-term sponsorship deal with Nike. When Gabriel entered the Manchester United Academy, he didn't follow the traditional pathway. Instead of playing with his own age group, he immediately jumped ahead of the standard developmental brackets. In April 2025, at exactly 14 years old, he made his debut for the under-18s against Leeds United. He scored twice in a 13-1 demolition, becoming the youngest player to ever feature for the squad. Reaching these milestones at 14 means he is operating years ahead of the curve, standing out as a genuine statistical anomaly within one of the most demanding youth systems in Europe. Entering the 2025-26 season at Old Trafford, Gabriel stepped onto a pitch where the physical mismatch is severe, regularly facing defenders up to 3 years his senior. This chart illustrates the gap between his output and standard academy averages. Operating primarily as a number 10, a playmaker positioned just behind the striker, Gabriel has scored 18 goals across 19 appearances in the U18 Premier League. A clear outlier in this dataset is a match from November 2025, where he recorded a brilliant hat-trick during a 7-0 victory over Liverpool, and his momentum is actively accelerating. Looking at his trajectory since the start of February 2026, the trendline curves sharply upward, representing 8 goals in a tight span of just 5 matches. Gabriel is managing this volume of goals without relying on a physical advantage. Because he has a slender build and is facing significantly more developed opponents, his success is driven by elite positioning and game reading, identifying and attacking space before older defenders can react. Beyond the raw numbers, Gabriel offers distinct tactical flexibility. He rotates fluidly across the front line, operating effectively as a center forward, a winger, or his primary role as a number 10. His playstyle is built around aggressive, fearless dribbling and precise ball control. Despite a naturally slender frame, he generates exceptional force when striking the ball. We can see this power clearly in his performance against Nottingham Forest. In a 5-2 victory, he delivered 2 spectacular finishes, a dipping, right-footed strike from 20 yards out, followed by a powerful drive directly into the top corner. This tactical output translated directly to the high-stakes knockout environment of the FA Youth Cup. Starting against Peterborough United under-18s at exactly 15 years, 2 months, and 3 days old, Gabriel broke Omari Forson's record to become the youngest player to represent the club in the tournament. He finished the night by scoring the only goal of the match. Executing a decisive match winner under the glare of a historic cup debut confirms that his technical mechanics remain completely stable, even when institutional pressure is applied. Because Gabriel holds a European passport, his rapid development has triggered a highly aggressive scouting war among the continent's top clubs. Heavyweight institutions like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich are actively trying to pull him away from Manchester. Last summer, he even turned down direct approaches from local rivals Manchester City. The external interest grew so intense that Manchester United's upper management stepped in. Director of Football Jason Wilcox and Head of Recruitment Matt Hargreaves held personal meetings to convince Gabriel to remain with the club. To anchor him to the organization, the club accelerated his integration into the first team. He was handed the number 95 shirt, and former manager Ruben Amorim brought him directly into senior training sessions to adapt to the speed of professional football. The senior squad has fully embraced him. Marcus Rashford took time to practice penalties with the teenager at Carrington, and goalkeeper Andre Onana sent him a personal video of support when Gabriel suffered a shoulder injury in October. Between involving high-level directors in his contract talks and integrating him into senior training, Manchester United is treating Gabriel's development with the same institutional urgency usually applied to a high-profile first-team signing. Despite this integration, a bureaucratic hurdle currently prevents his Premier League debut. League rules state that players cannot debut if they turn 15 after the start of September in a given season. Because Gabriel was born in October, he is forced to wait out the current calendar. But this delay has set up a massive impending deadline. To make club history, Gabriel needs to step onto the pitch for his senior debut before October 30th, 2026. If he beats that deadline, he will shatter David Gaskell's 70-year-old record. Gaskell debuted at exactly 16 years and 19 days old. He is actively racing against the clock, aiming to cement his status as the most accelerated prodigy in the history of Manchester United.